All right, hello. Welcome to Tuesday. It is so dark at 7 o'clock now. It's so dark. Winter is approaching fast. All right, let me get chat up on my phone. And we've got, just 2 minutes until we get started. Wow. Where is my water? There it is. Feels like we're back on Mondays after the long weekend. What do you think, Alice? We are going to get started in just a minute this evening. We're going to focus on hips and wide folds and finding activation to help open up our wide fold this evening. Class will be 30 minutes as usual. And if you have 2 blocks, we'll just tuck those up towards the top of the mat so they're handy when you need them. Blocks can be helpful, but they're definitely not necessary for this one. And we are going to start lying on our backs, so if you want to slowly start making your way down, getting settled. What do you think, Alice? Pat, pat, pat. All right, you settle down there, Alice, and we are going to get started. We are going to start on our backs, like I mentioned. I'm taking the bottoms of the feet together, knees wide to start here. So we're finding a passive opening through the hips in this reclined Baddha Konasana or reclined butterfly. And if this feels uncomfortable for your legs, you can always bring a block underneath to support each leg. And we'll just start here, finding some nice deep breath, arriving you on your mat this evening. Arms fall wherever is comfortable. So we take full inhales through the nose, exhaling from the mouth, feeling the body soften. Let's take 3 to 5 more full breaths here. Right from this knees wide position, so reach the hands down to the outside of the legs to gently close and bring the feet out to a wide plant. So we're planting them out about the width of the mat, a little wider than hip width distance. And we're going to start moving into some windshield wipers, letting the knees fall over to the right with an exhale, inhaling as they move through center, and exhaling it over to the left. So we're taking these nice and slow, like you're moving through honey. Maybe one leg tries to open as wide as it can before the other chases it to the side. Great, we'll take a little more time here to move between these, finding the pace of your breath. Oh my gosh, I'm yawning so much tonight. It's because it's so dark. or have been up for quite a long time now. All right, let's take one more to each side. Great, and then slowly bringing the feet back to plant. Let's give the right knee a hug in towards the chest, and take the hand just behind, right hand just behind the thigh. We're gonna flex into the right foot and show bottom of the right foot to the sky, bending into the right knee, bringing it towards the outside of the torso for a half happy baby. The right hand could also come to the right big toe or outer edge of the foot here if that's comfortable. Great, let's take a moment here. If you like, you could also roll to the outer edge of the left foot, taking a counterbalance. Great, one more breath here. If you're on the outer edge of the left foot, let's replace that foot down, re-extend the right leg up towards the sky, either a point or a flex through that foot. And gently open it out to a little straddle here. Right hand can gently guide that leg, opening out any amount to the right side. A strap could also be used here around the foot, but I'm just taking a hand to the leg and slowly guiding, trying to keep the back on the ground. Great, we're here for just 3, 2, 1. Let's bring that right leg all the way back up to the sky, rebend into the knee, crossing right ankle over left thigh. We're not going to stay in this figure 4, we're going to take it right into a twist with an exhale, letting the shape fall over to the left, right foot reaches for the ground or a block. Trying to keep our shoulders anchoring down towards the mat here. Let's take 2 more breaths in this twist. Great, with the next inhale, let's slowly bring back to center, uncrossing the right leg, and hug the left knee in towards the chest. Flexing into that foot, hand comes behind the thigh as the bottom of the foot goes up to the sky, coming into our half happy baby, bending the left knee towards the outside of the torso, and maybe changing that hand position to big toe or outer edge of foot, if that's comfortable for your happy baby this evening. And that counterbalance is also available, gently opening the hip, rolling to the outer edge of the right foot here. Great, let's find one more full breath in this shape. Great, rolling back to the bottom of the right foot. Let's re-extend left leg up towards the sky. Feel free to have a soft bend. And with the left hand, gently guiding that left leg open to the left side, finding a half straddle. And we want the back to stay on the ground here. Great, we're not going to be here too long, just 3, 2, 1. Let's take that left leg back up towards the sky, cross left ankle over right thigh, and with an exhale, taking that into a twist, knocking the shape over to the right. Left foot reaches for ground or block. All right, shoulders anchoring down as we take 2 more full breaths in this twist. Great, slowly bringing that back to center, uncrossing the legs, We're going to take it up to a seat. You could roll off to the side and press up, or hug the knees in and take a little rock up to come to a Baddha Konasana. We'll take bottoms of the feet together, knees wide. Starting sitting up nice and tall here. And I'm going to take my hands just behind my back. Fingertips could face in towards you or away, whatever is more comfortable for your wrists and shoulders. And gently drawing the shoulder blades together, opening the heart forward. Nice, and trying to keep the hips from closing. Maybe you take a little lift here with an exhale, pressing into the edges of the feet. A little lift of the hips. Nice. And lowering, taking the hands to the front of the shins. Let's inhale up tall and exhale, hinging forward to find a fold here. Thinking about a long spine, drawing the shoulder blades together before releasing to round. Inhaling to take that back up and exhaling to hinge forward and fold. Right, let's take 3 more of these little spine waves here. And if you find you don't have much space to fold, maybe taking the feet a little further away. Great, last 2 here. And the last round. Great, with the next inhale, let's sit up tall and open the right leg out to a half straddle. Bottom of the left foot can pull in towards the right inner thigh. The right hand comes to the inside of the leg. Inhaling to reach the left arm up. And with an exhale, side body stretch, reaching up and over to the right. Finding some length through the side body. Think about rotating the chest up towards the sky. With the next inhale, let's rise up through the spine, turning towards that right leg, and with an exhale, hinging forward to fold any amount here. Feel free to take a soft bend into that knee. Blocks could be used here for under the hands or under the forearms. Great, with the next inhale, let's take that all the way back up, passing back through our butterfly to open the left leg out to the left side. Right foot can pull in towards the inner thigh. Left hand plants, inhaling the right arm up. Exhaling to reach up and over, side body stretch. Great, with the next inhale, let's rise back up, turning towards the left leg. Exhaling to hinge forward and fold any amount here. Maybe taking a soft bend in the knee. Great, let's take one more full breath here. And with the next inhale, slowly coming all the way back up, rebending into that leg to tuck off to one side and come forward to our tabletop position. Excuse me, Alice. Oh no, you can stay. Just gotta scoot. Going to all fours, hands and knees. With an inhale here, reaching the heart forward, drawing the shoulder blades together down. Exhaling to push away, round and contract. Let's take 2 more here. Inhaling forward. Exhaling away. One more time, inhaling forward and exhaling away. Nice, let's bring that back to a neutral spine, and we're gonna start to activate our outer glutes here. So we're gonna hover the right knee just above the ground here, pressing through the arms, engaging the core. We're going to come into a peeing dog, which is a really fun name, with an exhale, trying to open that right leg out to the right side. Inhaling to lower down. Exhaling to squeeze that glute open. Any amount, I guess. Down and open. try for 5 more here. This is 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to hold this last one, holding it out to the side on 1. We're going to move right into a hip circle, bringing the knee to come behind, toe up towards the sky, pulling knee to nose as that comes in, and then opening that back out to the side. So we're drawing a big circle here with the knee, as comfortable as for your hips. So we don't want to have any clicking or discomfort. Great, let's go right ahead and switch that direction. So the knee is going to draw back, out to the right, and pass by that right elbow. Keeping the core engaged here so we're not dumping that through the spine. We got 1 more circle here for a total of 3. And the next time that right knee is pointed to the right side, let's extend the leg, plant the foot, toes facing forward. We're going to work into some cat-cows here, getting into the inner thigh a little more. Inhaling to reach the heart forward, and exhaling to push away and round. Inhaling to open that up. Exhaling away. Let's take 1 more cat-cow here, moving with your breath. And slowly bringing that back to neutral. With an inhale, let's send the right leg behind, lifting it up off the mat. Exhale, steps the right foot to the outside of the right hand, coming into a lizard lunge. Now you could use blocks under the hands here if you like. Thinking about tucking the tailbone, sending the hips down, finding some space in the hip flexors. All right, let's take about 3 more breaths in this lunge. Feel free to add any little movements you might like here, maybe flexing the foot, winging the knee out, or even coming down to forearms on blocks or on the mat. All right, finishing off that last round of breath here. If we're using blocks, let's just step those up a little further towards the top, tucking the back toe to lift that knee. And we're going to step up to a malasana, so turning heels in, toes out, stepping the left foot up outside the left hand, bending into the knees, sitting the hips down. Blocks can stay for the hands here. You could also hold on to a chair or take the hands to heart center. Triceps come to the inside of the knees, trying to stay tall through the spine. Great, let's take 1 more inhale breath. And with an exhale, coming to a forward fold, picking the hips up, turning the feet to parallel, and hinging at the hips. Nice soft knees. All right, with the next inhale, we're going to come back to that malasana. You can use blocks under the hands if you like, as you turn heels and toes out, sitting the hips down. Exhaling to come right back to that wide fold. We're going to do that 1 more time. Inhaling to sit the hips down, malasana. And exhaling to pick the hips up and fold. Great, from your wide fold, the next inhale, let's lengthen out through the spine, a halfway lift. And exhaling to fold, planting the hands, stepping it right back to our tabletop position. Okay, so we're gonna move that into the other side, starting with those little peeing dogs. So hovering the left knee, let's take an inhale. Exhaling to open that any amount to the left side. Inhaling down, exhaling to open. Nice. Lowering and lifting. Great. Let's keep going here for just 5 more. 5. Really squeezing that outer glute. 4. 3. 2. And 1, we'll hold it out, coming right into those hip circles, rotating so that knee comes behind, toe to sky. Engage the core here as it pulls in to draw a circle, passing by the left elbow. And so really keeping those ribs knitting together here. Just one more circle in this direction. Great, and let's take that into the other direction, sending it back to the left and passing by the elbow. Great, last one in this direction. And the next time the left knee is pointed to the left side, we'll extend through that leg and plant the foot. Toes are facing forward in this extended leg tabletop. Moving into our cat-cows, inhaling to reach the heart forward. Exhaling to push away and round. Inhaling to open. And exhaling away. Okay, let's take one more here. Bringing that back to neutral with the next inhale, left leg sweeps behind to lift up off the mat. Exhaling to step left foot to the outside of the left hand. Maybe grabbing your blocks under the hands if you're using them. Hips facing forward, tucking the tailbone, sending it down to find some space in the hip flexor. And we'll take a couple breaths here in this lizard lunge, adding any movements that might feel good for you. I like wiggling my hips a little side to side. Kind of work some space in there. Or maybe flexing that left foot, winging that knee out. Let's take 2 more full breaths. Great, and we're going to start to set up for our malasana from here. So I'm going to take my blocks just a step forward, tucking the back toe to lift that knee, and with an exhale, stepping right foot up to the outside of the right hand, heels in, toes out, sitting the hips down. You can keep your hands on your blocks, you can hold on to a chair, hands to heart center even, triceps pressed to the inside of the knees. And we're going to do a couple more of those pivots between our malasana and our wide fold. So taking full inhale in that malasana, lengthening out the spine. With an exhale, let's pick the hips up, turn the feet to parallel. Nice soft knees, melting into a forward fold. Great, with the next inhale, feet heel toe. Sit the hips down, malasana. Exhaling back up to that wide fold, or back to that forward fold, uttanasana. One more time, inhaling down into malasana. Exhaling up to wide fold, or not wide fold, why do I keep saying that? Forward fold, uttanasana. All right, from your forward fold, with the next inhale, let's lengthen out the spine, halfway lift. And exhaling to fold, plant the hands, stepping it back to plank. And we'll take the hips back to a downward facing dog. It's our first one here, so let's find a little pedal through the feet here to start. Maybe turning the hips side to side. Great, we're going to do a little exercise in our down dog now. So let's start to settle into some stillness here. Bending the knees as much as you need to find length through the spine. Heels don't have to be down to the ground. With the next inhale, come up high on the toes. Exhaling to bend into the knees, pushing the chest back towards the thighs. Let's hold here for a breath in. And with an exhale, trying to re-extend through the legs. Maybe the heels come a little closer. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhaling on the toes. Exhaling to bend the knees, push back. Holding for the inhale. Exhaling to re-extend. One more time. Inhaling high. Exhaling to bend, holding for the inhale, and exhaling to re-extend. Nice, take one full breath here in down dog. Great, with the next inhale on the toes. Exhale, bend into the knees, this time peeking towards the top of the mat. Inhaling to step up to the top, coming right up to a halfway lift, and exhaling to fold. Inhaling to rise to standing arms sweep. And with an exhale, arms fall by side body. Nice. Let's come to take a wide step on the mat. So turning to whichever side you prefer. And we're going to start with heels in, toes out here, coming into a goddess pose. Starting to bend into the knees, finding a really wide squat. Hands can hold on again to a chair here if you like, to a wall, or maybe you take them to heart center or hips. And we really want to think about driving the knees out here. We don't want them collapsing inward. So really turning on the outer glute to open. Nice, let's hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rising up, turning the feet to parallel, and we're going to come into our first wide fold with an exhale, hinging forward. Hands can come down to mat, blocks, wherever is comfortable here. We're going to take a little time in our wide fold since that is our focus this evening. So we're going to take a little look at our alignment. I'm going to turn to the side. And I want to bring the weight towards the balls of my feet. So we want the hips to be in line with the ankles here. Toes are facing forward. Great. Let's try to find a little activation through the legs here. So let's imagine our legs are drawing together. Trying to turn on the inner thighs. Nice. Let's hold that engagement. Legs are squeezing. Feel free to also have a soft bend in the knees. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's relax that. Maybe the feet go out a little bit wider. Nice. And we're going to try that one again. If you feel comfortable, when you're ready, let's try and engage the legs like you're pulling the feet together, turning on the inner thighs. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. So we're going to do one more round of that. This is PNF stretching, proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. So we're actively engaging and then releasing to try and find a little more space. So let's do that one more time. Try to squeeze the legs together and go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Nice. Let's take a couple more breaths here in our wide fold now. Again, checking that alignment, maybe taking a soft bend into that knee, or both knees. I wouldn't do it on just one side. So let's take 2 more breaths. Great, and when you're ready, we're gonna start to heel toe the feet in a little bit. I'm just gonna come down to a seat, so you can come down however you like. I'm gonna come down towards my malasana. Just come all the way down onto the butt. Nice. I'm gonna finish off a little outer hip stretch. That's a cow face pose, one of my favorites that I haven't done in a really long time. Like I'm coming into a cross-legged position almost. I'm gonna bend the right knee in front of me, and then bend the left knee just over the top. Now you could stop here or keep bending to try and stack the knees here. So finding a little stretch through the outer hip. And if this doesn't feel comfortable for your knees, I recommend coming into like a deer pose instead. So planting the feet wide, flexing, rocking the knees to the right, hinging forward over that right leg. We do that one quite often here. So I'm going to give a little different one today, a little cow face pose. I'm going to sit up nice and tall here, trying to stack the knees as close as I can. Nice. Take one more full breath. Great. I'm going to show you a fun way to pivot this through to the other side. You can just lean back and switch which leg is on top, or we can work through our wide fold to take it to the other side. So I'm going to follow my left leg and turn towards that left foot, which is by my right side body. I'm going to keep the feet planted. We're just going to rotate. We're not going to lift the feet. I'm going to bring the hands down to lift the hips, turning all the way around towards the back of my mat. Again, the feet are not lifting, they're just pivoting as I turn back towards the front, all the way back where we started to rebend into the knees, sitting the hips down, and I have the opposite leg on top. I'll show that one more time in case that was confusing. So I have right leg on bottom, left leg on top. I'm turning to my right. I'm following this top leg to bring the hands down, pivoting through my wide fold at the back, all the way around to the front. Just rebending into the knees to sit back down. And then I'm in my cow face on the other side. If you chose to do deer pose, just windshield wipe the knees to go all the way over to the left, and we'll take a couple breaths there. Arms can rest wherever is comfortable. Let's take one more breath here. Great. And from our cow face pose, or from your deer, let's lean back to bring the legs to a crisscross applesauce. We'll finish sitting up nice and tall here. We'll take just a couple nice deep breaths. Yeah, it's one of my favorite transitions in yoga ever, the cow face transition. We'll finish off with just 3 nice full breaths here in a seated posture. And feel free to take as long as you like there, but whenever you're ready, feel free, you're already in a seat, to blink the eyes open if you took a little rest there, and thank you for being here tonight. So welcome to October. Got my Jason shirt on tonight because it's the season, and a turtleneck under because it's getting cold here. Cooled off quick once the sun left. I have but not a single cat here to show you guys tonight. How sad is that? If you are on Patreon, tomorrow we are doing a yin yang class. It'll be a nice gentle flow tomorrow evening, and then every Thursday we have our regular Pilates class. So please check out the link below. There's options for as little as $8 or as high as $12.50 CAD, which is very, very cheap, and there are probably literally hundreds of recordings on there now because we do 2 to 3 classes a week. So you will never not have a movement. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Linda. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, and hopefully I'll see you soon.